All right. Hello and welcome. My name is Lowell, and this is session 8 of 12 for Tales and Things. We started with Tales from the Loop. We did 6 sessions of that. And then last session, session 7, we moved our group forward 4 years, apparently into a Monster Hearts campaign. And that's where we are right now. We have our group back. We've seen where they are later on, and there was an incident that was set up. I'm going to come back to that and frame us to where we're at and what we're going to be doing today. But if you're watching this, know that this is part of the Gauntlet Hangouts. Gauntlet is an online gaming community with a blog, with a zine, with a couple hundred games on the calendar each month, multiple podcasts. You can check that out at gauntlet-rpg.com. So last time, there were various bits of evidence that were dropped to suggest that Dr. Hartzell, a woman who you threw back into one of the eras, Mesozoic, or I don't know which, you tossed her back in time to stop her from her dinosaur-fueled rampage. And there were hints, some more obvious than others, that she had returned. And despite some reluctance, the group pulled itself together. And we're in fact going to start with that scene of the group gathered to talk about what to do next. We've already seen what comes after this, just because of timing and character issues, that when Nicole leaves, she gets missing. And so what my plan is, we're going to do this meeting of the group, the kids to talk about, the teens. Wow, you're not kids anymore. To teens to talk about what you might do and see how the characters interact. And then we'll do probably a home scene, and then we'll see where we roll out from there. Before we get to that, are there any mechanical things? I don't know if anybody got enough XP to do a buy-up.
You did 5 for everybody, I think, last
Oh,
time.
yeah, so everybody can raise a skill. So, Buzz, do you want to buy a skill now, or are you going to hoard your points?
I bought a skill.
Okay, what'd you buy?
Tinker.
Okay. Darlene, buy or hoard?
I think I bought a skill. I think I bought like charm up to 2.
Okay. Holly, buy or hoard?
Buy. Just deciding what.
Okay.
Probably something. I don't know yet.
Okay, fair enough. And Justin, buy or hoard?
I bought something with Nicole gone for a couple of weeks, and the whole father program storyline. I bought my program up to 3.
Excellent. One of the things I do want to mention, there is a skill with a little bit of odd mechanical bits to it that we really didn't see last time. But I do want to remind people, there is a skill called lead in the set. There are 2 things that lead can be used for. If someone is literally leading, they can make that roll at the start of a scene to give some extra dice to the group. Essentially, each success counts as a kind of a floating die that you can then hand off to characters through the scene. Other thing that lead is used for is you can use lead to clear someone else's condition. You sit down with them. They don't necessarily have to go back to anchor. If you need to help them in an immediate scene, you can do that to rally them. So I just wanted to mention that because it isn't something that we hit at all in the first arc of this. But we probably have a very low RPS versus your standard Tales from the Loop RPS, meaning rolls per session. So our factor is probably a little bit lower. As story gaming as we are. Okay. So where are we? Where is this meeting going on? I can't remember. Is it at your place, Darlene?
Yes.
Okay. And we established that Buzz and Justin are arriving. And then Holly, a little more reluctantly, is also arrived. And tell me, Darlene, since this is your specialty, how have you set the room? How have you prepared for this?
I think that essentially we are using the sort of main room for the viewings and stuff because it's well set and well lit. But the thing is that though we have that one and we have the lights and all that stuff in, we're actually in the doorway. It's harder to see us there. And she has a chair set up so that you can sit in the one place where you can't be seen from the windows, but you can see out in front of the house. So she's very, like for watching, that's very much a sort of sentry position that the family has when there's a known bad actor in the family that might show up and cause problems. So that they
Okay. So the four of you have arrived, and I think, as is only appropriate, Holly has trailed in late for this. And I assume that there's at least some awkward silence for a bit, right?
I definitely say hello to Darlene.
Yeah.
Nicole looks away. She notes
Oh,
that.
and Ronnie, or Buzz, too.
Okay.
And yeah, and I think Darlene's like, okay, this is what we know. And she goes, Buzz, you said that you saw Dr. Hartzell?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Where did you see her?
She was in the cornfield. I went out to feed the chickens and she was staring at me.
Like, you're pretty sure or you're sure?
I'm pretty sure it was 5 a.m. and I think I saw a person standing in the corn.
Okay, well, there's scarecrows, and then there's random people.
God, this was
and
not
then
a
there's-
And then there's the one that we sent back in time.
Yeah, and then there's the one doctor that we threw in a dinosaur wormhole.
You guys.
Well, it was probably her then.
And she sort of stops and goes, if you see someone in the cornfield and you think it's a person, and then that person only gets mentioned the next day, it suggests that who he saw was Dr. Hartzell, or someone who looked a lot like her. So it's not like we were talking about Dr. Hartzell and he was all freaked out about that and imagined it. That's what I think. She stops and goes, I haven't seen anything. How about you, Holly?
No, I haven't seen any people in cornfields.
Well, no,
Or
that's not.
standing at the end of the drive or anything, no.
See anything that might associate with Dr. Hartzell?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And she said, and she turns to Justin. You found.
I found was delivered as he's like dumping the hammock out of the black bag onto the floor there. Someone threw it at my front door. What if my mom had been home? The fuck do I explain this?
It's 4 years later. I guess you'd say someone stole it and just threw it back on the porch for a joke.
Do you even remember what the old one looked like? Are you sure it's the same?
I'm sure it's the same. I've had so many discussions about this stupid hammock.
Okay.
And it looks weathered and slightly gnawed on, I think, as we established last time. The other thing, and I'll just point in because Nicole, of course, we mentioned it, is that someone broke into her house, ransacked her room, and stole that computer that she had used to control the dinosaurs.
Okay. And she goes, well, I don't know. Is there anyone else that was involved in that? And she goes, we should probably Well, Jeffrey wasn't there, so it doesn't matter.
Was Jeffrey the
The janitor.
well, we definitely can't talk to him
Why?
because he crashed his car into a tree the other day. It was in the paper this morning.
What?
The funeral in a couple days.
Oh gosh, I didn't see who we were planning for. And she kind of stops and goes and gets to the paper. It gets it out and spreads it out. When did it happen, Lowell?
It would have been in this morning's paper, so it probably would have happened yesterday evening.
I called
Okay.
you. I was going to tell you, but he's already left. To Justin.
Fuck, man. I mean, what happened? What does the paper say?
It just says his car went off the road, ran into a tree.
It was raining or something, right, Symbol?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It was slick conditions. Very vague.
It's convenient timing, though.
Yeah, more than convenient, since that's when she showed up. I mean,
Did you talk to him at all?
Jeffrey?
I mean, not in a couple years, I guess. Waved to him at the middle school when I'd go by.
Yeah, me neither.
So, is this some sort of warning shot or something?
I don't know.
It was an accident. They said the road was wet or whatever.
Right, we can keep telling ourselves that, but then why did she go and take Nicole's computer? That sounds like she's trying to take the one thing that we had that we could use to protect ourselves from her.
Why this? He kicks the bag again with his foot.
I think it's a warning.
That's what I think too.
Well, why was she just staring at me? Why did I see
It's a
her?
warning.
Well, what kind of warning? Isn't she the one coming after us? Why didn't she, take me?
I don't know. Would you rather she have taken you? It seems like a good thing she didn't.
No. Sorry, I will stop trying to figure things out.
No, look, this is really freaky, all right?
Yeah.
Dead people are coming from the past to get revenge on us for stopping their illegal dinosaur wrangling experiments? I don't know.
Well, she wasn't dead.
You
She
realize when you say that how stupid all of this sounds, right?
You were there too.
I know, but that was years ago. We were fucking kids, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
but if we can't say it to each other, who can we say it to?
Here,
Nobody.
there's a
Maybe that's the
gate
point.
open. There's a gate open somewhere.
What?
If she's here, there's another one of those time gates or something somewhere.
I mean,
There might be dinosaurs, there may not. I don't know if she's trying to get back. I don't know what she's trying to do.
okay, well, I mean, if there's a gate, if there's a portal, then someone had to make it, right? So it was either someone on this side, which means they could have opened a portal anywhere, or it was something she did, which I don't think you have a lot of materials to make new portals in dinosaur time, so it'd probably be the same one. So I guess we could start there.
Okay, so are we going to go out there and look around?
Yeah, and we're gonna find nothing because that's what's there. Let's go.
So Lowell, how fenced off and or flooded is that area we were in before?
Well, let me go and look at that map here. Maybe I can even screen share it. Pull that up here.
Are we in Tambo?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So definitely the area where the time portal was is in one of the quarantine zones. I mean, you could get over there near Tambo Forest, but then from the warning maps that that section of the forest is more heavily patrolled. You can do it though, possibly.
Maybe we could, maybe there's like a field office or something. Maybe we could just find maybe they have files and stuff that we could steal.
Holly doesn't actually suggest this, but do we have drones, or is all of that technology just gone?
The right now robotics are seriously compromised. That Crown has some automated defense things, but they check them very carefully. They watch those. So there probably isn't anything accessible general public right now. Not entirely outside of the realm of somebody building something, but general public wouldn't have them.
And most of the flight stuff that they have is big, heavy, lift motor, isn't it? It's like heavy tech as opposed to the light tech that we've seen so far. But yeah, I don't know.
It's after dark, so you could head over there in the dark.
We could.
Of course, that's what we're gonna do.
I mean, we know the area fairly well, and I mean, maybe we don't even have to get in there. Maybe there's dinosaur prints all through the wetlands.
Okay, so, all right. And I guess, Lowell, I'll turn to you and go, I'm 16. Do I have my driver's license?
You probably have a learner's permit. At the very least.
Okay.
Do you think you have your license already? Did you take driver's ed?
Certainly would have. So.
Now, here's the next question. Do you have a car? Or do you have to borrow a car?
Borrow the backup hearse?
Okay.
Sure. Let's borrow the backup hearse. There's plenty of seating. Don't worry.
And Nicole will say, essentially say, my parents are going to be home soon. The house got ransacked. I need to go home. I can't go.
I'll drop you off.
You guys go. She clearly kind of doesn't necessarily want to ride in the car with Holly. She's nervous about that. So Nicole will take off to give us that scene from last time.
Okay.
So what is the deal with the backup hearse?
It's a perfectly serviceable hearse. It's in decent shape and everything. The problem is that it's an older one and it doesn't have the the new one that they has the roller back that when they go to get the coffin out, it actually is much easier to pull because they have a set of rollers in the thing that just push it forward, and then they can lock it down when they put it in. So it's just that it's a lot harder to pull the coffin out.
And here's the other question. Given that there are only 2 actual seats in the hearse.
No, there are more.
This is a backup hearse. There are only 2 actual seats in the hearse.
Okay. All right.
So the question becomes, because I have to have this question answered, is
Shotgun.
which when you get to the Hertz, the Buzz, Holly, Justin, you do realize, as Justin shouts out shotgun, that two people are going to have to ride in the back area.
Yeah, I think I just like look at Buzz and then roll my eyes.
It's super roomy back there and padded.
And Buzz, are you willing to get into the back of a Hertz?
Oh man, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So you will clamber in. Holly, do you go willingly or reluctantly?
I mean, I just said that like Jeremy's funeral is in a couple days, and are they going to be using this one? Probably.
No.
But yeah, I get in reluctantly.
Justin, you'll get in. The smell is probably disinfectant smell in here. Not too heavy, but just an unusual smell here. And Darlene, you will pull the Hertz out now.
Hearse, not Hertz. You keep
Hertz.
saying Hertz.
Sorry, the Hertz donut. So here is my thing. You want to do this right without your uncles noticing that you're borrowing the vehicle?
I guess. I mean, I would probably do it like I would leave a note as took the car to drop off some friends.
Sure. So why don't you make a tinker roll for me? That's the skill for driving.
Why would you do this?
Because it's a game.
I want to help.
Oh yeah.
Are you giving direction from the back seat?
Yeah, I think before we like take off, I'm like, I don't know, pressing up against whatever window or something, whatever hearses look like in the back that separates the driver's cabin from the not driver's cabin. Like knocking on the window. Darlene, you have to put it in the gear, yeah, and then now just let go slowly, and yeah, okay, now you're doing great.
I'm not sure that's given her a die.
But I believe in her. All right, 10 and 2, Darlene.
All right. So this is let's see here, Tinker, which is tech, which is 3. So I got 4 dice. It's not the worst. The worst, just close. Okay. I got a 6.
You got a 6. So your uncles are occupied. They don't notice you drive out into the October leaf-covered streets of Wayward and head south to the quarantine area.
Wait. As we get on there, I think that she actually pulls the car over and runs out and opens the back, and she goes, Holly, we're going to go by where Jeffrey had the car accident. That might tell us something if we go over there. I just want you to know.
Whatever.
Okay.
And so you're going to head to that spot first.
Mm-hmm.
So you will drive over to that area. You have the address from the paper, but you also have probably police tape up and around. And it's south of the Knollwood area. It's not quite to the restricted zone, but it is over there, and it's got high grass and some woods around the area and the road here. And you can kind of pull over. You will see definitely the sort of white of the tree where something is impacted and torn it. You've got that sort of brown and then that stark bit of white wood against that. So I assume you're angling for an investigation?
Yes.
So who wants to do the investigation roll?
I think any of us.
Not me. I'm studiously not looking anywhere.
Okay. So it would be Justin or myself.
Yeah. I don't think Justin would go near the tree.
Okay.
We need to explain, like, we know what happened there. There's, like, nothing good we can find out there. Instead, he looks back at wherever, like, skid marks or grass indicates, like, where it might have started going off the road. And he'll be like, there, that's where whatever happened.
Let's have you roll investigate with a bonus die from Darlene's assist.
All right. Eight dice to get 1 6.
Oh yeah. So you will check it out, kind of follow the tracks back. It's not raining now, but it's a little damp out, and you will kind of look around, follow it back, and it looks to you like there is a sudden swerve and a jamming on of the brakes, like the driver saw something and attempted to avoid it, and lost control. Rather than just going out of control on a wet surface, clearly there was something here. But, and this is your next logical question, you don't see any dino tracks.
Do we see people tracks?
I would say that you will probably, in the mud around here, see lots of people tracks because, of course, the police have been here.
But he trumped all over everything.
At this point, yeah. With one success, that's probably what you've got.
Well, I mean, okay, he saw something, because where it's like straight and dark lines here, if he just lost control on the water, I mean, there might not even be any skid marks, but if there were, they'd be crazy all over the place. He tried to slam on the brakes and then lost control.
Holly's like still standing by like the back of the hearse. Maybe he saw a ghost or a time traveler.
Yeah, that's what we're out here to find out.
Did Jeffrey ever see Dr. Herzl? I mean, he never mentioned her. He just mentioned running away from the librarian's boyfriend who had a Bowie knife and then running into the gate.
I mean, I don't remember. It was 4 years ago, and we'd just fed a dinosaur. Parts of his story have escaped me.
Oh. Okay. That's weird. Okay. So how does this spot correspond with where we know, like, for instance, her trailer was and that gate was?
Well, we're still on the outskirts of the sort of restricted zone, so you need to head west. You're going to have to go through some barriers, and then you're going to have to approach Tambo, which you know is more heavily protected.
Okay. So it's not like there was, like, she could have walked through a field, skipped all the roads and gotten a shortcut to this place or something like that.
Correct.
I guess that's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
So All right. Okay.
So getting everybody back into the Hertz
Sure.
first.
But I do the wait for someone else to call shotgun.
I don't think I had gotten out of the hearse, honestly.
It's
having a weird moment.
Yeah, Buzz and Holly seem to be firmly ensconced in the back.
Oh, yeah, like I've gotten out, but like I haven't moved more than like 3 steps away.
Okay. All right.
Darlene, you will drive then westwards. I assume trying to follow the least occupied paths. And at some point, when you're maybe a third of the way there, you will hit where the road, there are flashers and cones set up and a couple of sawhorses, essentially with signs that say, do not enter a quarantine zone.
So is that new?
No, this is what they have for the basic restriction.
So so this has been here for a long time, not just like they just moved it.
That is correct. Yeah, this is part of the post-flood landscape here.
And is it like a manned checkpoint, or is it just a barrier?
Just a barrier. There's too many roads for them to have people on all of those. It's the denser, more problematic areas that they actually have higher security on.
So how far would we have to go still?
You're about halfway right now.
So
How hard would it be to move the barrier?
Not hard at all, but you have to go out and commit yourself to removing these officially made barriers and driving your car through.
Question though, is the area we're going flooded or no?
It is wet.
Okay, so like bringing the car might not even be a good idea. I might get stuck.
Certainly you could try and go on drier roads, but that might take you into more dangerous territory. You could try to go as far as you could. We could flash back to you having bikes, or you could hoof it.
bikes would be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think Holly would even think of like could the car getting stuck is like
Right.
whatever. So like she'll get out and start just like kicking the cones aside.
Holly, have you done anything to prep for the fact that you are going into a slightly marshy, possibly high water table area?
No.
No. Okay. So you just what kind of shoes are you wearing?
Probably boots.
Okay.
They might even be waterproof, but not because they're hiking boots.
Okay.
And if the water is above like my ankles, then probably.
Okay. So basic boots. Justin, have you thought, oh, we might be going to this kind of place?
No, we were just going to the funeral home. I think I have like sneakers on.
Okay. Yeah, you've got sneakers on. They are there, and you're already picturing what's going to happen. Buzz, are you a boot character?
Yeah, I'm booted because they're like work boots. They're not good fashionable grungy boots. They're just like my work boots.
Absolutely, that makes sense. They got the reinforced toe, got the reinforced heel. And Darlene,
I'm going to say probably not. I think that's the thing is she hits this and she's like, oh God, because she hasn't been out here since they closed this stuff down, except to go to very particular places to take photographs. So she hasn't been out in sort of the Tambo area or even thought about it. And she's like, oh God, I don't even know what we're going into.
so do you want to drive away in until you get to a place that you think is more dangerous? Do you want to stop here and do the walk in?
Holly has kicked over all the cones and just like throws an arm out, like, look what I've done for you. Go ahead.
The road is opened up for you.
If we walk all the way there and all the way back tonight, we're never going to get home before, I don't know, like 2 a.m.
Wait, you never stayed out late, Justin?
I've done things.
Oh, yeah. How was the last cast party? Did you go and dress rehearsal?
You were at Jeremy's party last summer. That one went till at least 4.
You know, there's summer and then there's a random school week.
Okay. We'll go a little bit further, but as soon as the road gets wet enough that I can't 3-point in good, dependable earth, we're stopping the car. And we're either walking or whatever. Let's just consider this a scouting mission to see what we're going to need in order to get in there.
This is a tinker roll.
Seriously?
Darling, do you want me to take this one? I'm used to driving around in the mud on the farm.
I don't want to drive the hearse on the mud, though. Can you not drive it in mud?
Well...
Okay, I'll drive. Okay.
I will let Buzz give the extra die this time because he has dealt with this kind of terrain probably before.
Okay. Oh.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Sadness. I will mark a condition to not mess up the hearse, though.
What condition is it that you're going to acquire?
I think frustrated.
Okay. So go ahead and put that in and put the check mark box, and then you get your reroll.
Oh, I thought it was you got a success for it. Okay, that's cool.
Your shame is your automatic success.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then I'll just get another chance to screw this up. Oh, we got a 6. Oh, thank God.
So you will be able to get a ways, finding one of these roads that's a little bit further away. It's but pretty close. Like you can tell that, there's 10, 15 feet towards the lake. It gets very muddy and very wet. And there comes a point you're maybe 3/4 of the way towards Tambo when you realize you have to stop here. You can't go any further. If you go any further, you're definitely going to get this in a place that you can't turn it around.
Okay, guys, as far as we're going in a car, at least we know the way back. If we're going to do this, do you want to go further in now?
I mean, what's the point of having come here if not?
Okay.
This place looks totally different, though.
Yeah. Yes.
And the 4 of you will begin to squelch, march, move towards the area. And because the once you get off the beaten track, it is wet. And eventually in this woods and the kind of damp and the swampy bit, you will see some yellow posts, higher, more significant than you've seen before, that you're not sure if they have electronics in them or not, but there's definitely these yellow posts, and then a chain link fence that kind of goes out, and this seems to define a more contained area. On the map, it is essentially that purple containment circle that lies within Tambo Forest is marked and isolated, and probably overgrown in spots there. Getting in there is a little more challenging if you want to go that far.
Well, here's the thing is we don't have to get in there. We have to see if someone came out.
Okay.
So I think her thing is let's check the perimeter. Let's see if she's broken through. Because if she hasn't, then she's not in there.
Then let's investigate. You'll definitely get some basic info from walking around here, but I want to see how well this actually goes for you.
Okay. Alrighty. I will try. I've got 6. Oh, sorry. Not very well.
Do you want to mark a condition?
Yes.
Okay, and again, you lose another die.
I what?
Whenever you mark a condition, you're rolling 1 die less from then on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yikes. Oh, thank God. Okay. Got it.
Anyway, so yeah, so it is. If any of you have ever been out after a heavy rainstorm or after a flooding or things like that, you're walking in this wet ground that in places your boots go down, an inch, and in places go down like half a foot into this, where you have to actually stop and balance yourself and kind of pull that up, and it gets in everything. If it goes over your shoes, your sneakers, it just gets in there. Justin, your shoes are ruined.
They used to be white.
Yeah. And probably got that thing where you're already starting to feel the squelch of this. And it's not like normal water. It is black water mixed with this soil here. And the thing that is the worst about it is that it's not cold. It's slightly warm. And it gets in there. It's just enough that it feels like, and this experience because you've had it, it's like you're walking in cat vomit. So you will move around this. You can see that there are some automated like sensors here, very basic. But as you move past, you'd expect maybe you'd see like the click on of motion detection or something like that, but you don't see that. And when you get to the farther side, you can see that there is a section of the chain link fence that has been snipped, pulled away, and then pushed back into place and like tied back up. And moving around very slowly around inside that perimeter, you will see what looks to be the most basic, stock, bog standard Sentinel bot. It's basically a big box with tracks. And the thing that will strike you is it comes past where you are, and it doesn't seem to see you, and it keeps moving around. Like you're not sure that its sensors are actually functioning.
All right. We
What do
know.
you for do?
She goes, okay, so we know that she's been here. We know that she's screwed around with the equipment here. We are not in any kind of shape to deal with anything, but we know where she is now.
Lowell, looking at the like security fence and the bot and all of this, could I make like a calculate roll to see what's up with them?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My main thing is I'm trying to figure out if this is like wear and tear or if it looks like someone's done this.
That is perfect.
4 whole dice.
Do you need to mark your shame to get an automatic success, or would you like to mark a condition to get a reroll?
I think it's my shame. I think like this is starting to get too much because my shame is my nightmares of things that I can't control, and this is just starting to feel very reality slippy. And this is middle of the night, and there's this weird time walking scientist. And
Okay, that seems perfect, and I'll give you that. But you need to tell me this: how does the black water that has begun to appear and bubble up and spread in this flood, how does that figure into your nightmares?
So I think I have this recurring nightmare of like I'm in my room, I'm at my computer, uh, I'm like communicating, talking, typing with Father, and it's just the sort of dream where you're like in it at the start, and it just feels very real and normal and not dreamlike until like he starts to say various, like it changes every time, sort of crazy things, and then the letters on the screen just slowly go black until the whole screen is black, and then this just like wash of this black water comes out of it and starts filling up my room.
When you look at the security apparatus, someone has disabled it, but they disabled it from the outside. Like someone came here, and it's been a while. Like this disabling happened at least a few months ago. And when you kind of go up and look at the robot, it looks like somebody, used tools to essentially deactivate the sensors there.
These wires, these connections, they've all been like pulled out or cut, but I don't know, they have like rust and vines growing on them. It's been a while.
The other thing that you'll notice is when you kind of look further and you remember the sort of the distortion, that shimmer and so on of the time portal, it's not there. You don't see it in the distance.
I don't know
Buzz,
what people are doing here, but I don't see it.
Buzz, what are you doing when this is all going on?
I'm just looking at this sad robot, and
this robot has all the complexity of a toy in many ways. At this point, it is not an AI robot. It is very much an automated machine. It's probably sad to you.
Yeah, it's making me sad. Maybe like Justin, while you're looking at it, to think like, hey, do you think we could like reboot it? Can we like work with it and make it better?
Does this sort of robot even have like a communication system?
Not really. Essentially, it's a government security bot put here to try and keep people from breaking into the quarantine zone, like you. But somebody seems to have disabled those functionalities. It still looks like it's doing its job, but it's not.
I mean, like, could open it up and take its motherboard out and try and figure out something from that, but it doesn't even have a screen.
Maybe we can like. How big is it?
It's probably about 5 feet tall and probably about a couple feet wide.
That's a little too big.
If your question is, will it fit in the back of the hearse? The answer is yes.
Oh, great.
But it does mean it makes it kind of snug for the other two people in the back.
I'll suggest it anyway. Maybe we can like turn it off and like work on it back at the barn.
Like steal it?
Why?
For what purpose? She's sort of stuck.
I don't know. It's just it sucks. It's walking around here not doing anything. Like
It's doing what it's supposed to do, sort of, or it was.
Well, it's got cameras on it. Maybe it saw something before it got rewired.
yeah, that too.
What do you mean that too?
That's what I meant.
He just wanted to take it off so he could take care of it or whatever. Oh, God, Buzz.
No. It's got a track. It's going on its track. No way we're putting those tracks in the hearse. We will never, ever, ever get it clean. It's already going to be a trick afterwards with what we've got on our shoes. I'm sorry. If we come out with the pickup, we can do that, but not with this.
Justin was looking a little excited at a new robot friend too.
The weird thing is if anyone broke in, they broke in, they didn't come out. So I don't know where she re-originated from, but I don't think it was in there.
Polly, I haven't heard from you for a bit. I want to hear what you're up to in this scene.
I think just like poking very desultorily with the ground with a stick. I don't know. I'm not really, because like even if something were here, I wouldn't want to find it.
Okay. So you're deliberately trying to avoid seeing anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want to find anything. I don't want there to be anything here.
All right. Do you think that rises the level of a roll, or do you just not find anything?
Like rolling
Investigate,
or whatever?
like just against your own better judgment.
Sure, let's.
Okay, let's have you roll investigate.
And sorry, dice for this is the number in the thing, and then the number in your the heading for it. So
Yep.
mind and
5 dice.
5. Oh, good. No 6s.
So yeah, you are able to maintain your detachment and avoid engaging with this as it goes along. There. Justin, I kind of interrupted you on that, so let me come back to you.
I don't think it was that important. Oh, I was gonna say, but if she didn't come out of here, what's going on here? I mean, why did someone break in? What were they looking for? Oh,
You mean-
you're muted.
Take a drink.
Maybe she wanted to get back to her trailer. We never did anything with that. We left it there.
But she didn't come out of here. You just said that.
No, but maybe she broke in.
But why? It doesn't make any sense.
She may have
If she's here at all we've got is Buzz's word at 5 a.m.
We can at least go look at the trailer, right?
That hard to walk further in.
It's right down there.
Towards the area where the time distortion was.
There's this very inviting voice in my head.
Where the trailer was.
It's already late, or we could come back with a pickup, go further in, and also disable the robot and come back with it.
Look, it's already late, but we're already here.
Yeah.
Who knows what'll happen if we try and get in here again?
Fine, we're gonna go and we're gonna find more nothing, like we found nothing here, and then we're gonna leave and go home and just forget about all this, okay?
Good. I hope we find nothing. Finding something would be very disturbing. This woman was very disturbing. This whole situation is disturbing.
Walking.
Okay.
It's like glaring at you.
So you will stomp through the kind of wet, gushy sounds of your feet as you move along. But then that stops. As you get a ways in, and the ground gets more solid, and you realize that you kind of moved to the area where kind of in your mind the time portal had been, and the ground here is burnt and dried, and like something happened here, some release of energy or something, and the ground is solid. And in fact, actually, where you've got the mud covering you, now you're walking on what's almost like dried mud. So you're getting that like dust and dirt, baked in on top of the wet mud. And it looks to you like something occurred here. And you don't see the trailer. It is gone.
Like it was never here, or like it's been taken away?
Like a few months ago, some people came and took it away.
There you go. Nothing.
Well,
Yeah, but nothing about the same age as the broken fence.
Buzz, there is one thing out of place that you will see. Is as you're kind of looking around, walking, you will notice that there are some stalks of like thicker stalks of grass than you would expect growing here. In that sort of area, that sort of dried area. And it strikes you because the grass itself is much more sort of violet or purple hued, and the little seed pods in it are sort of even darker. And you've never seen anything like this. Certainly doesn't look native to the region. You can pick up with your druid senses.
I'm gonna like rip up a blade of grass and like feel it, do something naturey with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just communicate that to the group. Hey, you want to hear something weird?
right. This is the best place for it.
That's what we're here for.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't. This grass isn't normal.
Yeah, we'll train
What?
our flashlights on it.
Maybe it's from the Paleozoic.
I think it might be.
I wasn't being serious. Buzz.
Yeah, we know, Holly. You haven't been fucking serious all night. Why are you even out here with us?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
I don't really know why you're out here either. Do you care about any of this
Darlene
shit?
asked me to come, okay? No, I don't.
You guys, I'm
Fine.
not kidding. The
You
grass
just
is
go home and get kidnapped by a scientist or eaten by dinosaurs, or I don't fucking care what you do.
You
How
guys,
far away from the car?
You guys, as Buzz, you kind of staying there. You've been making some noise here,
What?
and I think in the distance you will see like headlights start to kind of come this way.
and now we will be exiting.
taking that blade of grass with me.
It's pull up the stalk, kind of pull it up by its root there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you heading for the hearse then?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Holly is a little bit angry because she was like turning to go, like maybe I will, and then everyone just comes.
Your temper tantrum is frustrated as everybody begins to go. Now, do you react? Do you not go now?
I mean, there's nowhere for me to go here, so I think I go with them.
Okay,
Or they
that
go
must
with
be
me.
super frustrating. That Justin, you're running for shotgun again.
Obviously.
Okay. And Buzz, you're also getting in, watching that robot do its lonely rounds in the distance there by itself. Kind of going along, but you will get in the thing. Let's have you roll a driving roll now, Darlene, to get out of here without being caught by Crown security. Don't forget, if you have a condition, for each one, you lose a die.
Great. Okay. So that's 2 dice. Ouch. I'm not gonna do it.
You could activate your shame.
Yeah, I will.
You can mark a condition to reroll.
I guess I'll activate my shame.
What is it about that is pushing you to actually succeed here?
If I get in trouble, I'm going to have to talk to my mom, like really talk to my mom, and I just don't think I can keep faking it anymore about Dad.
That seems perfect. So we'll see you driving with the lights out, kind of, white knuckled, because you don't know the area, because you do have to kind of keep it quiet. And we'll see you that kind of passing of Crown. And part of it is that they have these swamp rovers that are a little bit louder. And so they don't hear your car go past. And with the lights out, they don't see you, but you definitely see Crown security. Like, they are armed and they are looking around the area, but you will get out and hit the main road and get to safety. And I think that's probably a good place for us to take our break. When we come back, we'll deal with home scene as a result of this. So we'll come back to that. It's interesting. Once you have the inner conflict move, it's always in the back of my mind. And playing emotional games without it kind of makes me go, oh,
Same a little bit.
I found that in the Veil. I was running that, and since I have the inner conflict move in Hilton Blade, all the time I'm like, yeah, what do you think about that? How you feeling? But there's no like, I get no payoff from it.
Yeah. So to recap, you've been threatened by Dr. Hartzell. Pretty certain, 95% certain it's Dr. Hartzell, based on the evidence. It's looking more like someone may have broken in to get her out, if that's how this all went down. If that she's certainly, not alone in doing this, and that she's out and about and knows who you are. So we'll assume that you get cleaned up. We'll assume that this goes reasonably well for you. It's not a problem for Buzz. It's not a problem for Holly. Justin, how is it that you keep your parent from noticing this mess? Or what's the excuse you use to cover for it?
So I think, like, before we leave the funeral home, like hosing down the bottom half of me, sort of thing, just to get all the extra mud off. He's trying to sneak into the house. I don't think it quite works. But then he tries to pass off a line of like, oh, I was just helping Buzz out at the farm, things get really messy out there. Just hoping that like a reconnection with Buzz will be enough to make her happy and not ask questions.
Are you more relieved or bothered when your mother just kind of buys it and doesn't follow up on it?
I think sort of bothered. Like, he had like paragraphs and scenarios and all these different ways that it could go, and the amazingly brilliant, eloquent things he would say if they did go that way. And then he gets like halfway through a paragraph and she just sort of shrugs and looks away.
Yeah, she's clearly got other things to worry about. Darlene, how is it that you get the hearse back shipshape?
Well, let's put it this way. Proper cleaning and maintenance is something she's been trained in for a long time. It might be a little weird that the shop vac has come on as late as it does and all of those things. Her process is immaculate, though she does have some choice cuss words for that black mud.
Okay.
But I mean, I've seen that before. That's like, it's one of the things is out in the cemetery sometimes. The floodwaters move, and sometimes there's some of that stuff, and so they're always making considerations about that, and they have cleaning products that get the worst of it out of things.
And when your uncle comes down, having heard the shop vac on, and walks through and sort of pauses and looks, and there's telltale mud and stuff still here, and he says, everything okay?
I think she's been like working really hard, and she sort of stops when he says that, and she goes, I don't know. And she goes back to cleaning, and she goes, sometimes I don't understand why my friends do the things they do.
Are they trying to help you? Are they trying to comfort you?
And she says, no, they just keep making things worse for themselves.
Maybe they're trying to distract you from the anniversary.
She realized that she was about to say, "Of what?" And she sort of bites on her lip, and I said, and goes, I don't think any of them are thinking of that. It feels like right now everyone's up in their own head. Me too.
Why don't you come inside? I have the best casserole. Spinach pie casserole, Greek. Been saving it. Maybe thawed it out for you a while back. So let's have some of that, okay?
Okay, let me finish this a little bit up and I'll be right there.
Okay. And he's your anchor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you may clear one of your conditions.
Thank you.
And we may come back to you again on the home scene, but let me move my way around here. Buzz, what is the home scene we want to see of you? Is it in the immediate aftermath, or is it a little bit later? Are you stealing the truck to go out there and get the bot? Are you dealing with your parent? What is it?
Yeah, I want to go get the bot.
Okay. So do you tell your mom you're taking the truck that you're not supposed to drive because you're not of age?
Do you think in the past she's let me like run down to our local country prince to pick up whatever?
You're saying it, so I assume yes, that she has once or twice. Probably not a lot of times.
Probably not a lot of times. Maybe all right, here's the con.
Okay.
I'm going to I feel bad about this as like an adult, but I know this is a 14-year-old shithead thing to do. I'm gonna like ruin some of the chicken feed. I'm gonna like dump it out or something, and then I tell her like, "Mom, we're out of chicken feed. I'm just gonna run to the."
Wait, what? We the budget, we have it for another. And she looks kind of concerned. Did something go wrong? What?
I went to check and one of the bags was tore open.
Yeah. And you see her look, and she reluctantly opens a drawer, and you see her reach in for like the petty cash, and she takes the last few dollars out of petty cash, and she hands it to you, and she says, "Okay, just be careful with it when you bring it back."
Yeah, of course. Do you think we should keep the feed inside?
Whatever, if something's getting to it, we've got to, because we can't afford to lose any more.
Right. Okay, I'll be right back.
And you are going to drive into the restricted zone by yourself and steal this bot, huh?
Yep.
All right. Let's have you make a tinker roll. We're going to have 2 rolls. This is the get out there, nobody's seen you, everything's cool roll.
Okay. 6.
Okay.
Dice. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. There's almost no chance this could go terribly wrong.
Bright eyes, clear hearts, can't lose. Oh wait, I just rolled 4 dice instead of 6.
That's one way that you could lose.
I rolled 2 more. Submit. Oh my god.
You can tell me about all the 6s you rolled, right?
I'm
delicious.
I'm gonna take a condition. I'm gonna make my shitty player feeling into a real shitty kid feeling.
Okay. What are you going to call this condition? Which one is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Take a look at the little list.
Yeah. Maybe just saddened. Like
Okay.
watching my mom pull out the cash. I was like, fuck. Was this worth it? I guess we'll see when I re-roll these 6 dice. Wow, it wasn't worth it. I got 3 5s though. Is that like, does it add up to a 6?
What, like Fraser was saying, like a micro crit?
Yeah. The Fraser Simons mini crit.
Yeah, you'll get out there fine. Not interrupted. Clearly, to your mind, not spotted. Everything goes absolutely right. We'll come back to you in a bit, though.
Okay.
Don't trust that voice. Apparently, last night in the Twitch stream, somebody said that guy sounds like a therapist, which I love. I love that. Holly, what are you up to in the aftermath of this? In immediate or the next day? What do you think we're seeing from you?
It's the middle of the school week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your dad home when you get back?
He had a job, I think, so maybe not.
Okay.
Or like we get back at the same time or something. But I'm kind of interested in, because I've got this problem. And I don't think I want to do that at home with my dad's history. Like, I think our paths have gone like he has like pulled himself out of the hole. I have dug myself into one. And whoever I am seeing at the moment, I would like to go over to their house and just like.
And who is your bad relationship choice right now?
I had Jeremy for a bit. Let's see. Ethan.
Okay. So Ethan, and as we kind of established, I think that is he the one that wants you to deal drugs, or is that still just Jeremy?
I don't think it was Jeremy. It was somebody else. Whoever had thrown the party that Justin and I were at.
Jared.
Jared.
Okay.
We have a problem in this game.
Yes. So Ethan's, you come over and Ethan's like, hey, how's it going? How's it hanging?
It's fine. And I like hold up like the 6-pack that I brought over.
Oh, he says, no. My cousin came by and he brought a couple of bottles of root beer schnapps, and we've been mixing it with Mountain Dew.
That sounds disgusting. Let's do it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It tastes like nothing. So you can drink it and not realize how drunk you're getting.
Okay. Yeah.
And
whatever. Just been whatever. Yeah.
And he will pour out the schnapps and Mountain Dew. And it probably just is as gross as you imagine, but it goes down smooth, bizarrely enough.
Yeah,
like,
and there's a lot of things like she could be saying, but like she doesn't actually, like they never talk about things.
Yeah.
So it's just like dulling it and numbing it.
And there is that thing, that kind of blur, as some of Ethan's other friends come over and they drink and they kind of go and they come, and it is that thing.
Yeah, and just having like a lot of like stupid conversations about nothing.
Yeah. There's probably that point at which the slightly older people kind of conspiratorially talk and they go off to shoot up or whatever. Like, because they know it's not quite the one thing you want to do in front of other people. But they do kind of fade out to that. Do you think Ethan's into that or not? How bad are your choices?
Let's make them terrible. Yes.
Ethan's like,
I don't
hey.
think I do though.
Hey Holly, you wanna? Chad's got some.
And I just
stuff.
like hold up whatever glass of whatever I'm drinking.
Is it okay if I go?
You asking me for permission?
I did just telling you I'm gonna go. I'll be back. Okay. Yeah. And Ethan goes and he comes back and he is a mess.
So am I.
Yeah. So let's cut from that before it gets to graphic vomiting or whatever of the next day, and cut to Justin. It's been a weird day, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, just curious. Because
Yeah.
I had called his house and left a message with his mom.
Oh yeah, she doesn't.
Telling him to. Okay. Oh no. Oh well.
What was the message about? I'm trying to remember.
I didn't say, just like, hey, call me back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, his mom is maybe not so hot on you right now.
She did say she was writing it down.
Yes. So yeah, Justin. Yeah, you come back and there's some conversations, and you can see that on the cute kitty cat. Hey, there's a message notepad. There's the scribble there of Holly, but your mom hasn't passed any kind of message on to you.
I think he sees that and he just like, as he's going by, rips the top page off the sheet and crumples it and throws it away. But yeah, I think warning guys, Justin is the worst.
I think that's a race to the bottom right now, but we'll go on.
Yeah, I think like he goes to bed early, like he goes, or not early, it's late now, but like he goes to his room pretty quickly. And he sits there for a while, and it's just this montage of him like in his room trying to but doing everything but sleeping, like all these different positions, all these different things, like he's trying to read a book, he's trying all these different ways of sleeping, he's trying sleeping over in his chair, and it's just not working. And I think he keeps like focusing in and staring at the computer the whole time, until finally, like sometime after 3 a.m., he gives up and he goes over and he like reaches out several times before he actually hits the power button and turns it on.
It's late, Justin. Why are you still up? Comes in that slow war game style read in.
I can't sleep. I feel like I'm going crazy.
What makes you feel that way?
It's like all these nightmares. It's like the past is reaching up and trying to, I don't know what it's trying to do.
You make so much of your own problems worrying about these things.
No one else worries. No one else sees. The police, the labs, they don't do anything. They just let everything sink further and further, and they just move their fences back a little bit each month. So what? That we could be safe until we don't have homes anymore?
Kind of cycles for a second. Says, then maybe you need to leave.
Where the hell am I going to go? I can't just leave. Where would I stay?
I'm sure you'd figure it out. You're a smart son.
No, it's just this is where we are. This is my home. This is where we need to fix things.
Is it your home?
What?
Is it your home? Do you feel like it is your home?
Yeah.
Then you need to work to convince your friends.
I think he just turns it off without saying anything.
Nice. Let's come back to you, Darlene. Let's do another home scene before we kind of bring you all back together again, or pair you up, or however we're going to do that arrangement. What do you think, Darlene?
Yeah.
Something you want to do with your home, or something you want to look into?
I think I think that since Jeffrey's funeral is coming up, we're getting prepped for that. So it could be anyone in the household.
So your mom is around, and she comes down and she says, I talked to your uncle. I understand we have somebody that you knew passed away.
The thing is, it's Jeffrey. He's the janitor at the middle school. A lot of people know him. We're going to have a lot of kids and former middle schoolers coming. So it's kind of going to blow their minds.
And your mom puts her hand out and she says, you don't have to be here for this. You don't. I know you're going to say you do, but you don't.
Some of my friends are going to be here, so it just makes sense.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
She does that thing where she can read the sort of the falsity of your response, but she's like, so what are you up to? What are you doing?
So I'm working on a photo essay, and I wanted to get some of the shots that are out there by the edge of the flood. So I'm trying to figure out what gear I can use. It gets really mucky out there fast.
You know, there's I ran into a photojournalist who's been doing some of that. You might track her down, and she might be able to help you.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Because I know I talked to her because she kind of recognized your dad's name. Yeah, her name is Patsy Armandari.
Patsy Armandari. Okay. All right. Do you know where she's staying?
I think she's rented a house in town.
Okay. I'll find her. Thank you. That's perfect. And she kind of goes, well, the operator probably know what the number is, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. That's super helpful. And she goes, and I'm going to be there, but I don't think I'm going to hand out, I'm not going to stand by the sign in. Okay.
We can take care of that.
Okay. Thanks.
Buzz, you get to the location, no problems whatsoever.
Great.
and you arrive on site, and kind of pull in, and now you want to get over there, go into the security fence, and try and turn this robot off so you can put it in the back of your thing.
Yeah.
Again, this is just a simple tinker roll.
Okay. So it's 6 and then -1 for my condition.
Yes, it does. And don't forget, if you have an iconic item that's appropriate, that's helping you with it, you can always bring those in for 2 extra dice. Not sure your cut off denim jacket is going to do the trick here, though.
Very cool, though. 3, 4, 5. Reroll. Okay. I'm going to use my shame.
Okay.
And my shame is that the farm is failing. So I think I'm sad.
Yeah.
I think the farm is failing. And I think my hope is that I can just basically rework this thing. And we could have the most innocent hope is that I could rework it and we could have a farmhand basically.
And you're pushing this thing up into there. And yeah, you get it turned off and you get it in the back of your pickup truck when you hear the gravel. And you look over and you see this, not one of the security people, but you see this wayward park ranger, and he's stopped, and you hear the clunk as he opens his door and steps out. Son?
Yeah.
He begins to walk over towards you.
Maybe I have a tarp. Well,
You're gonna try to pull the tarp over the robot that he's seen you push up into the back of the truck?
No, I guess not. How can I help you, officer?
He says, "You want to explain to me what's going on? Because I really want to hear this." Let's start with this. As you kind of hang there, why don't you show me your driver's license? Or school ID or something.
I don't have anything on me.
Don't have anything on you, so you're driving around stealing property. You don't have your wallet with you, huh?
No.
Well, why don't you come? Maybe get in the truck here, and we're going to go and figure out who you are and what's going on, right?
Yeah. I guess I'll follow.
Okay. He opens the side door, and he says, "Why don't you get in, Buzz?" And he begins to walk around to the driver's side door.
Wait, how do you know my name? I'm worried now.
Do you get in the truck with the park ranger?
I don't know. Well, now I'm worried that he knows my name.
Yeah, you didn't tell him your name.
I did not tell him my name. No, I'm going to make a break for it back to my car.
Okay. Let's have you make a
That's
move roll. This, I will let you use your denim jacket to play cool.
I'm channeling the grunge spirit here.
Yeah. You wait till he's just gone around the full other side of this thing when you make that break for it. Let's have you roll move.
Yeah, 8 dice.
There's almost no chance that you could fail. You've already used your shame.
Oh, I
so-
got 1 6. God.
You run for the truck.
Yeah.
The one thing you realize is that the robot's in the back, but the hitch isn't up, so it is open, and you will dive. Do you want to gun it and get out of here?
Yeah, can I mark a condition to get the hitch up? Is that
Absolutely. Yeah, please do.
I don't want to lose this robot.
Then what is the condition that you're going to mark?
I'm confused because I'm real worried about this.
Then- Perfect.
Ranger game.
Then let's have you make a tinker roll as this ranger tries to chase you down and run you off the road.
Here's 6. 4 dice. This is fine. I'm doing fine out here. 4. Minute. I got a 6.
What is the maneuver you do to lose this ranger?
Well, no one can mud as well as a farm kid. So when we get to, I think there's a part where the road has like totally had totally flooded out, and it's just like this morass of mud. So I think I'm able to like, or maybe it splits and there's like a trail or something, and I make it look like I'm going for that trail, but then I like Tokyo drift through the mud and get back on the main road, and this ranger slides into this other trail.
Absolutely. And he's desperately, you hear the sound of him winding gears as he's trying to turn around and get, but you've already taken off. And you drive home.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. Did you go and get the chicken feed? I don't think so.
No, I forgot.
Yeah, you did.
I dropped the robot off at the barn.
We'll come back to that. Now the Peterson boys was in a heap of trouble. So let's come back to Holly. Are you a person who takes the appropriate measures to avoid hangovers?
I know she's not that experienced or thoughtful about it.
So the next day is a school day.
Mm-hmm.
And you wake up. Do you wake up at your place? Do you wake up on Ethan's couch? Where on your back porch?
If I got home, it wasn't because I got myself home. Probably on his couch.
Okay. And no one's woken you.
It is a miracle that I am up in time. Just like habit.
Rumpled, same clothes you wore yesterday. You could make it to school if you took off right now, or you could just skip.
But if I skip, they're gonna call my dad, and that's gonna be a whole thing. I think I go, get a new shirt at least.
Okay. Steal one of Ethan's?
Yeah, or somebody's. Yeah.
Okay. And you'll head to school. How noticeable is it, do you think?
To
your peers?
Teachers, to the teachers, absolutely. I think, at least if they pay attention at all. The kids, I can probably just fob off with I'm sick, or don't talk to me right now. I hate you.
And there is that thing after your first period when essentially the homeroom teacher who happens to be that basketball coach that you ditched out on.
I went for three training sessions.
Yeah. She comes over to where you're at and she goes, Miss Miller, you
What?
got clothes in your gym locker, right?
Why?
Why'd you go down to the gym, get cleaned up and changed? I will write you a note to your next period teacher.
Does that mean like I wouldn't have to go to class or?
Means you need to get cleaned up before you go back into the classroom.
Take all my stuff in my arms and just
She hands you the
sell
note.
off. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can go down and get cleaned up and showered and changed there. It is, of course, a time when the freshman PE is going on. So, like, probably all the freshman girls are looking at you like, what's this delinquent doing here? Do you just ignore them? Do you glare at them?
I think there's a few like, what the fuck are you looking at?
They look like babies.
Mind your own business. Yeah, and like they're Buzz's age.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, damn. That was pretty good. But you will get yourself cleaned up and be able to continue on with your day. And of course, at some point during the day, Ethan hits you up to say, hey, yeah, we're gonna hang out tonight, so you should come over. Is that my shirt?
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And
Yeah. I think like somewhere in the middle of the day. And I'm just like thinking about Jeffrey and like, am I even going to go to the funeral? Probably, yeah. But it's just like all this stuff, and like it's not to the point where I can't deny it anymore, but it's getting there and I don't want to. And just what am I going to do? Let's go hang out with Ethan.
You wrestle with yourself on that. Let's cut to the other person who's wrestling with serious issues that don't involve stealing robots. Justin. The next day, do you go to school or do you skip?
I think I skip. Like, I barely got any sleep, and I think I managed to pull off sick for my mom.
Yeah, like she's like, oh, okay, yeah. When you say you're sick, okay. Just there's Eggos in the freezer, and she heads off. She says, they've got me on a shift and a half tonight. So there's a 10 on the counter.
Where does she work now?
She's probably doing temp stuff. She's got some experience, but she hasn't been able to kind of land a solid job here yet.
Fine, yeah. I guess just make it home safe.
Okay. And yeah, she heads out. What do you do when you're by yourself during the day?
Who's our drug dealer one? Was that Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I tried.
Or actually, Jared, we said.
So Jared. There's too many. All of Holly's terrible boyfriends.
Yeah.
My next one's going to be named James.
Well, at least you have a type.
You gonna call him up?
Yeah.
Okay. You call him up. your number appears on his beeper, and like you hang up, and like a minute later, calls back. Yo, what's up, man?
Look, I just I was wondering if we could meet up. I've been having those problems again. I just wanted someone to
Yeah.
talk to about
I
it.
don't want to hear your story. What we need something soft, or you need something hard?
I need something that'll switch everything off.
Oh, all right. We can do that. So yeah, yeah. Come on, I'm on over at Town and Country. So come to the Aladdin's Castle over there. I'm hanging out. If I'm not there, I'm in the Orange Julius next door because there's a cutie behind the counter.
What?
Okay, bye.
Yeah, we'll go meet him, I guess, on his bike.
You bike over to the mall to get your drugs. Yeah, we'll bike over there, middle of the day. It's the 90s. People don't pay all that much attention to kids skipping school. Yeah, that's not the hella thing that it necessarily is later. But yeah, you will bike over there, lock it up by the fountain, and walk in the doors. Again, October, so it is pretty crisp. And walk into the Aladdin's Castle. And imagine a weekday during the day at an arcade in a dying mall. Okay. First of all, the carpet is that sort of deep red, with the splotches of black that is gum that's gotten worked into it. And there's a guy, seated in the back corner, the arcade attendant, and there's maybe two people in here, and there's just that cycling sound of the machines in here. And you'll see Jared. What is Jared's distinguishing physical feature?
I mean, it's definitely his mohawk.
Yeah, he's got a serious mohawk. He just got it. He had a bad breakup, and this was his way of doing it. Got the Army surplus jacket on. He had kind of a baby face. The mohawk helps, but he still looks like a baby with a mohawk in some ways. But he's like, all right. Let's step into my office over here. And he walks over to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine.
Nice.
All right, so here you go. And he pulls out a packet of something.
Look, man, thanks. It's just been a lot recently,
Yeah, it's all right. I get you. You don't have to explain yourself to me. You just got to give me the cash.
Yeah, look, I have almost as much as last time. It's just been, it's hard recently.
And that's my problem. Why?
Look, I just need a couple days, okay? Like, I got most of it here. Let's push it aside.
Let's have you roll charm. Let's have your teen roll charm to get his drugs.
Do this. It's just like being up on stage. Just got to put on the right
Absolutely.
face, the right voice. I mean, he wants to help me. He's a businessman. He wants good business.
Absolutely.
I got one.
It's like, okay, but you got 2 days, and then I better get my money.
Yeah, man. I'll meet you back here. 2 days.
And when you say yeah, you mean yes, sir, right?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Hand you the packet.
Thank you. Look, it's just Thank you.
I don't really care about that. I just gonna see you in 2 days, and you're gonna have my money.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
And he says, "Did you just say whatever at me?"
Yeah, man, I'll see you in 2 days. He says he's just like walking off.
You see him clearly not pleased with you as you walk away without the proper amount of deference and gratitude for your dealer.
I've made nothing but stellar decisions. I don't understand what he's upset
I
about.
know exactly. Darlene, I think we come back to you. When you get a phone call at your house, and then your mom comes and says, "Darlene, have you seen Nicole today?"
No, she was over yesterday, but she left at about 8.
I don't want to worry you,
What?
but Nicole's parents say that she didn't come home last night, and it looks like she might have, by the state of her room, might have packed up to run away.
No. Her room got trashed. That was why she came over.
Wait, what?
Her room got...
And your mom's like seriously, like, wait, what?
Yeah, she thought someone broke in, and then she was like, "Oh, I gotta go."
And did she call the police? Did you call the police?
No, she was going to go home and do that. And she sort of stops and goes, "It got super complicated. She and Holly got like all at each other, and
and oh, and Holly was involved?
no, Holly didn't have anything to do with it. She was just here."
All right, I have to call her parents now,
Okay.
and we're gonna have a conversation about this later on, okay?
Okay.
And she goes off to kind of gently break the news to Nicole's parents, who just think that she's run away for some reason. What do you do, Darlene?
I don't know because
Who
she's on.
do you call from the other line? Because you've got multiple lines for the funeral home. Is it Justin? Is it Holly? Is it Buzz?
I have to call Justin. He's been a real jerk lately, but at least he's like not completely hostile to the whole having to do something about this. Yes.
Justin, are you still high AF?
I mean, yeah.
And at some point, through watching the video of the Tenchi Mio, OAV on VHS that you bought it at Media Play is going, and then at some point you realize that the phone isn't ringing in the show, that it's in fact ringing in your house.
Fine. I'll stop Tenchi. I'll stop the current Led Zeppelin album I was seeing if synced up with it.
Right.
One of them is going to. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and how do you sound on the phone when this happens?
Hey, what's up?
Justin? Do you have a cold?
Oh, yeah. Darlene, yeah, I'm sick. I was sick today.
Oh, that's not. Listen, Nicole, when she went home, she never made it home.
Where did she go?
She didn't make it home, Justin.
Well, I mean, where else would she have gone? That's where to go to sleep.
Justin, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I told you I was sick.
Okay, so Nicole left yesterday. She didn't make it home. I assume that Dr. Herzl or whatever's going on, something happened.
What? No, she probably just she probably just didn't tell her parents where she was going.
She was going home. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean what's wrong with me? There's a lot of shit going on, right? Some scientists coming back. I'm sick.
Yeah, that's two things.
Sorry. Look, so what do you want to do? You want to go look for her? Where are we going to go look for her? We go look for her?
Right. We can go look for her. All we got to do is figure out where Dr. Herzl may be. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, probably in the middle of whatever's left of Sabo or some secret science headquarters that someone made and kidnapped her to, or I don't know, maybe there's a dinosaur research facility that's trying to open like an amusement park or something.
I'm just glad to hear your sarcasm again.
Look, Darlene, is there something you fucking want of me, or did you just call to like insult me?
No, I wanted you to help me out.
All right, fine. What?
She goes, you're right. We should go look at Zabo. We should look at the other places where people who would have thought they could profit from Herzl's work would be.
Okay.
Okay. So
what, we just go like knock?
Yeah. I don't know. But we got to go look. We got to figure something out.
Yeah, fine. I just what do you want where?
Why don't we meet up someplace other than here? Getting ready for Jeffrey's funeral?
Shit, that's this afternoon.
Can you pick a place?
Yeah, fine. I guess just meet me at the diner. We'll see if we can figure out something.
Okay. All right.
Justin, how do you sober yourself up?
Like, I try, like, splashing cold water on my face, running my head under the shower, sort of thing. None of that's really working. I go downstairs and I think I make, like, the absolute worst, sludgiest pot of coffee that anyone who doesn't know how to make coffee has ever made.
Oh, yeah. Comes out and it's already got that acid slick on the top of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little aside, like my mom used to make. Go on.
Tastes like home and heartburn.
Yes.
And so he'll like force some of that down, and I think get enough of a shock to at least not fall off of his bike.
Absolutely. Buzz, you're just getting this robot into the barn, and you hear your mother shout, "Buzz!"
Yeah, I'm coming.
Hear her coming, like she's coming out to the barn to find you.
Oh, I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying out of the barn to meet her halfway.
And she's like, she looks, you've got some mud on you, some serious mud, and she's like, did you get the chicken feed?
No, the country prince was out. I'll have to go back.
Okay. And she's about to say like, okay, why you're all muddy, but she says, your friend Darlene's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Do not track that into the house.
Yeah, I know. I'll take it off on the porch.
Okay. She goes in and she does that thing. Of course, you got one of those phones that's wall mounted, but it has the incredibly long cord on the headset of it. It's like 80 feet, and you can take it out on the front porch there and make sure that your mom doesn't immediately go into the barn to check out what you were doing. And Darlene, what do you tell Buzz? Is he muted?
Buzz?
What's up?
Nicole never made it home last night.
What?
Yeah, I think Dr. Herzl snatched her or something. So anyway, we're going to meet at the diner. Can you get over there?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
As soon as I can.
Okay, so we're going to meet there. I'll see you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Interesting. I have to change. How am I gonna get to the diner though? I don't want to ask for the car again. I also can't drive the car into town. That's way too risky. I'll just ask my mom. Or no, I'll take a bike. What am I doing? I'll bike. Okay. Jeez. I'm so worried about cars. Yeah. I'm coming.
And as you get your bike out, because he's so used to it, see Cop kind of up next to you like, oh, you're going to go biking? Maybe I'll try and keep up. I can't quite these days, but...
I'm like, pet him. I'm like, Buzz, keep guard on over the barn.
He always understood what you said, and you see him go back and kind of settles himself up to nap in where the sun is hitting in the doorway of the barn there.
Oh, God.
You call Holly, Darlene?
Yes, with trepidation.
What is this the day of Jeffrey's
It's that evening,
funeral?
yes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's in the evening. All right.
Yeah. So you've got a few hours.
Okay.
The phone rings, you answer it, Holly, and it is Darlene.
What?
Holly, Darlene, Nicole never made it home last night?
Nicole's a total flake. It's not a surprise.
No, it's a complete surprise. She always goes home. You know that. She's a total flake with you, and I get it. I get why you're angry at her completely. But something bad has happened to her. Anyway, we're going to meet at the diner. If you want to come, that's great. If not, I guess I'll see you at Jeffrey's funeral. Please come. Please.
It's not that I don't care about her or anything, okay? It's just... It can't be like it was before.
I know. I know.
Because what if it is? And it's
You
just
should at least figure out enough so that we can tell someone to go in and help her if we can't help her ourselves. But I don't think anyone's going to listen to us until we at least figure out where she is.
I don't think I can do this again. All that stuff.
We'll talk about it when we get to the diner. See ya.
Whatever. click.
And Darlene, you'll gear up and head to the diner. We see Buzz frantically biking over there. Justin, do you drive? Do you bike? Do you take the bus?
Probably smarter to take the bus. I was gonna say bike, but I think maybe that doesn't work much past the driveway a couple of times.
Yeah, I think not that bad for you to get down the corner and catch the essentially the one that heads downtown. Holly, do you go?
Yeah. I think we just have the one car, and my dad's probably got it wherever he is. So I'm going to bike. It is not a pleasant experience.
So we will cut to I think actually this time it is Justin that arrives last. Just because of the timing of the bus. So we've got Darlene and Buzz and Holly there, and Justin, you are, I don't know if I want to say fashionably late, but they've clearly been there for a little bit when you show up. Are you clean? Do you feel, does your character clean? Is Justin with it?
I mean, basically.
Okay.
I think Holly has probably seen you like after that though, and like knows the signs.
Yeah, there's a little bit of the telltale movement and his red eyes and so on. You can tell that he's been getting high.
Yeah, I think as he sits down, he's just like real twitchy, fidgety sort of thing with like the silverware and the napkins and stuff like that.
I think Holly just looks at you for like a long moment, like she is still hungover as well.
I think there's a moment like as a waitress is passing where the two of us turn to her and just in unison are like, coffee.
Okay, hon, hang on. Brings, pours in those big heavy mugs, pours it from the brown topped coffee pot that is deeply stained on the inside, and serves you up the coffee. Buzz, I have a question for you. Do you tell them about the robot?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So let's hear how you tell them about the situation.
Okay. I thought it might be like a postscript, but maybe I'm too excited. I think as Holly and Justin are looking like weirdos, I think I'm mainly gonna be turning to Darlene, and I like lean across the table in this booth we're in, and like looking at everybody, and I look at Darlene, and I'm like, I went and got the robot.
What?
You what?
What?
I went and got the robot.
I didn't mean for you to take the pickup truck and do that. I mean, you goof. Where is it?
It's back in my barn.
You are so lucky you didn't get caught.
Have you fixed it up?
No, I didn't have any time. But that's whatever. That's, obviously I did that. But the weird thing is, I almost got caught, and it was a park ranger, but the ranger knew my name.
What?
What the hell is a park ranger doing in the quarantine zone?
Oh, is that weird?
Well, it's not a park.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't think that we even like pay for park rangers anymore.
Huh.
And she sort of taps and goes, I think the parks budget was like completely shot. It's all down to volunteer work.
Why do you think he was a park ranger?
And he looked like one. He had, what was the
Park ranger
car?
uniform, and the van had one of those little magnetic like sticker things on the side that, Parks Department.
Right, yeah.
Well, did you know him or?
No, I've never seen him. Never seen him in my life. I was about to I was caught. I was about to get in the van with him, but then he said, "Get in the van, Buzz," and my druid senses went off.
Your what?
Never mind. I like glance at Justin. I think it's maybe an old joke we've had.
I'm telling you, man, we're never going to get into that fantasy bullshit. It's Star Wars all the way.
So I don't understand, but like this guy just knew your name?
Yeah,
Ew, that's creepy.
yeah, it was real weird.
He wanted to throw you in his van?
Well, no, he was asking me just to get it, and it wasn't like harassing me.
Okay, but like they've showed us a lot of after school videos at school about like, strangers and vans and weirdos.
Yeah, I mean, for like you town kids, I deal with like new people all the time. There's buyers who come to the farm. People like stop by just to like buy a carton of eggs. Like,
Okay, well, cool. Then he definitely didn't want to kidnap you into a sex dungeon or whatever.
Wait, though. You kind of got it and you ran away, right? And so the weird part is he knows your name.
Mhm.
And he was watching that area. Damn it. I didn't want to have to go back out there.
we don't have to. I already got the robot.
So, what? What the fuck? There's just these people out there that are going to come after us one by one? They're what, going to track us to our homes or whatever and find us and do whatever the hell they did to Nicole or they tried to do to Buzz? Or what are we dealing
You think
with?
it's the park rangers kidnapping people?
No,
Doesn't make any sense.
if it was just a van, they probably just put the sign up. I mean, whoever these people are, they're just pretending, right?
Maybe they're all from the past.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, dinosaur park rangers falling through a hole in time.
Definitely. Okay, so I was having this conversation last night about like parallel realities.
Well, I mean, it's not impossible. You think of sort of branching timelines as parallel realities. Maybe it's not like she actually went to our past, because of course that would be impossible, and then she'd step on a butterfly and then the world would explode or something. But maybe she went to someone else's past and stole dinosaurs from there and blew up their world with a butterfly.
Is this like when you take a cutting of a plant and you can plant it and it's the same plant?
I don't think it's anything like that, actually.
Oh.
I need French fries. She stands up.
Little red basket, cellophane, the wax paper on the inside. Big old this diner. They do this nice thick cut fries, piping hot. You go up, get that, come back. Big squirt bottles of ketchup on the thing.
Holly gets up to go to the bathroom to vomit.
The grease smell.
Yeah, wafting over here. It takes a minute for Holly to come back. Holly, are you more pale, or do you think a little color has come back at that point?
It's like what, 3 in the afternoon right now?
Yeah, probably about 4.
A little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, so timelines and stuff, that's cool and all, but I don't think it's solving the problem.
No. Problem is this place. It's this town. It's everything insane or bad just keeps coming here, happening.
Maybe. But I don't care about the big picture. I care about Nicole. And I want to help her. So
I do too, but I also care about the big picture. Like, What are we going to do after we get Nicole back? Just hide in our rooms all the time to stay away from the evil scientists that are coming from us?
If I think I don't have any sense of other evil scientists coming for us, except for this. But if you think that that's the problem, we'll have to figure out what you're talking about. And she is kind of looking at you like she's super confused.
I just mean, like, sure, the funeral home is here, and my mom's house is here, and everything is here, but like, have you ever thought about being somewhere else?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get scholarships.
On the other hand, what if everywhere is just like this?
Okay.
We go to Chicago, or you do at least, Darlene.
Yeah, it's not like this. So
It's
there's
not
other
like this now, but I mean, this water, it keeps spreading. This weirdness, it keeps spreading. The fuck do we do when it gets everywhere?
So you guys are kind of tucked in the back of the diner, right? Trying to keep out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your heads down.
Yep.
Who's facing the door? Who has the best line of sight for the doorway? Speaker forever hold your peace.
I'll take it.
Buzz. Hear the jingle of the bell. Kind of look up, and you guys are tucked at the back, you know, because you are trying to hide a little bit. And you will see that door come open, and you will see that park ranger come in, and you will see Dr. Herzl come in, and you will see Holly's dad come in. And that's what we're going to take up next week.
My wig is gone.
What? What the what?
Dad?
Ruh-roh.
We will deal with that next time. I'm going to dish out experience now. Hang on one second. Let me find the book for this. Because, of course, they still haven't delivered things from the flood. They had some more delays on it. So I'm a little annoyed with them. Get this. There we go. Where is that? I apologize. I should have printed this out and had it ready.
It's okay.
We were a much better Scooby Gang when we were younger.
We had less bullshit to deal with.
None of us had problems.
Yes. And shames.
Personal problems, yeah.
So many shames.
Okay. So here are the questions for you. Did you participate in the session? If so, you get an XP. So that's one. Did your problem or relationships get you into trouble, essentially cause you trouble? I think for everybody across the board, that is a point.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was broken. Broken happens when you've marked all your conditions, and essentially then you have to take a scar and you get a point for that. Darlene, did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
I think emotionally, yes.
Okay, there's one. Get a point for that. Buzz? Maybe not directly solve the mystery, but you certainly went and stole a robot.
Yeah, and like affected my farm.
Oh yeah. Justin, did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
I'm not sure that I did.
Yeah, I think you were kind of being were being escapist.
Well,
Holly?
or I wasn't trying to solve the mystery.
Right. Holly, what about you?
No, nope.
Okay. Darlene, did you learn something new? What did you learn?
Oh boy. That whole black water worm, that was disgusting. That was just disgusting.
You're welcome. So yeah, I'll give you a point. Buzz, what did you learn new?
I think Buzz. I think Buzz learned something about himself that. How do I want to frame that? Like, I think that there's something that Buzz wants, which maybe hasn't felt in a while,
Okay.
and he's like willing to do.
I like that. Yeah, like really put yourself out there for that. Justin, what did you learn that's new?
I think like those words from Father are really like circling around and eating in his head. Of he's never really viewed this town, or he's always viewed it as infected, whereas now he's starting to consider whether it is the infection.
Interesting. Give you a point for that. Holly?
At the very end, my dad is somehow involved in all of this.
Okay.
But also that like I'm willing to go to pretty extreme lengths to deny reality, I guess, or to put my head in the sand.
On multiple axes there, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to give everybody an extra point just for the lean into characters role play that we saw today, because that was really, really solid and at the same time excruciating across the board and wondrous. So an extra point for that. Do you mind taking a couple minutes to do stars and wishes? Let's do that. We'll do that same order. Let's do stars, and then we'll come around and do wishes, where we kind of think about things that we definitely want to see, or things that we want more or less as we go through. So, Sherry, stars.
Let's see here. What I really enjoyed was like I say the particular disintegration of this group of friends. It feels like really real, not for my own group of friends or something, but sort of the periphery people. So that is, I'm giving you some points for nailing all the awfulness that is the teenage years, guys. Really well done. And yeah, and I think you're driving Darlene to her last wit, so she will have to make some decisions here. So.
What point will she crack?
Yeah, exactly.
Darren, stars.
Yeah, I think I have to echo that. Like in Tales from the Loop, I thought everyone had like really fantastic 3D portrayals of childhood, and I think that everyone's just doing the same thing and bringing that same complexity to teenage life, and also stars for being entertained by Buzz, still having just that right amount of like ignorance about the world.
That line with their babies, their Buzz's age was I have to point out, will live with me.
Yep, that was good.
Patrick, stars.
This is really good. I was sort of debating whether to say fun. It's not always exactly fun to delve into these emotions. But like everybody said, people are just playing it so true and completely to the hilt. It almost killed me going through that second conversation with Darlene, and just like the destruction and cracks creeping through her voice. It was very real, and painful and neat.
Awesome.
I also like the like tone of this one, where it's this. The last time everything was like this magical side world that we were sort of falling into, whereas this one is like the normal world is just going strange and crazy and not a place that we recognize. It's that mundane creeping dread.
It is interesting because having run this as a standalone, it works much better in contrast. Like that you have been in the other experience, and now we see, the sort of the later. Sarah, stars?
Yeah, there were a lot of moments here where that it's so cool to see how the characters have changed and like become worse people, or not in Darlene's case. But also the ways in which they've stayed the same, and like we can see how like child them sort of crops up sometimes, and just like their innocence and their insecurities, and how like the 4 years sort of warps who they were.
Absolutely. I'll actually point to echo that to a throwaway line from Patrick. When Buzz says that he's got the robot, and Justin says, "Did you get it fixed?" Like right away, we see old Justin echo through that line, and that was so good to see those little bits of that. To see old Holly go back to the sort of the oomph against the teachers in a way that we recognized there, even though it was 4 years later. So with stars in place, wishes, Sherry, things that you want to see more of, less of, things you definitely want to get on the table, that kind of thing.
I don't know. You've been hitting my notes pretty well. I have been pleased with it. I like my at home moments a lot. I would. I don't know. I do think that I would like some of those moments at school too, between the players.
Okay.
Because that's another liminal state that we're in that defines us. So I probably would like a little bit more of the weird interaction of us being at high school, and even more stratified in some ways.
I think that's a really good point. All right. I've made a note of that. Darren? Wishes?
I don't know. I'm like happy with where everything's going, and
Fair.
we're getting. Yeah, I'm good. I'm here for the ride.
Okay. Yeah. More robots.
More robots.
Okay. Patrick?
So wishes. I'll go for something internal and something external.
Sure.
So internally, like I definitely want Justin's story through this half of the game to be an arc. Like, this is not where I want to be playing him in the last session necessarily.
Okay.
So it's almost just sort of a reminder to myself of like I want to keep moving forward and finding new ways rather than just like death spiraling with him.
Sure.
And then externally, I'm really interested in the different sides of Darlene and that sort of push and pull between artifice and reality, the sort of persona that she wears when she needs to be, especially at the funerals, when she needs to be comforting, when she needs to be professional, versus her actual self, and like how those two bleed into each other in ways that maybe she doesn't realize at any given moment, sort of thing. Just, it's a fascinating subject for me.
Sherry, do you want a comment, response? Muted.
No, it is. The thing is I am trying to make it like she has that sort of weird, like faux maturity that comes with working in a business and like being depended on and all that stuff by the adults around her, and then like being so raw emotionally when things happen with her friends that she like doesn't. To her, it's a completely different world between her friends and that, but I don't think it is as much for her friends. Like, does that make any sense that they don't have that sense of the difference between her? So I am trying to keep that. Like, I hope I play that.
We'll see if we can accentuate that.
Okay.
Get some more of that on the table. Sarah, I'm going to give you the last word.
Yeah, I think just the chance for more conversations, because like so much of Holly's stuff is happening like internally, and the way that the story is kind of going, I feel like I might lose the chance to like have that moment where I can say, you know, like this is what, or like why I'm doing this, why, I don't know, I guess I want to see her sort of like reach that breaking point.
Well, yeah, I'll try next time to make sure that we get a couple of those sort of paired conversational things, maybe mixing up those so that maybe those are opportunity to interact on that. That's something we had commented the second half of Tales. So I'll work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, I think I need to think about like how like the different ways in which magic or whatever is coming into this world is very different. It's like the way that Holly's feeling about things, I don't know if that even really applies anymore, because it's not good or awe-inspiring anymore. It's just awful. And people getting kidnapped, and
it's magic in the first book of Harry Potter versus magic in the last book of Harry Potter.
yeah, and is that even still something you should want to get back or look back on fondly?
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you all very much. I am going to stop the broadcast.